live now. All right. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Make sure to refresh your stream. Put it in chat. Make sure all those people know to refresh their stream. So welcome back, and hopefully we're getting everything sorted out. Just a little bit more time here as we refocus ourselves back onto this novice grand final. For some of you that are joining us, Ignite, they take the first game 4-3 in overtime, and I mean that was just a bit of a thriller, a bit of an offensive slugging there, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, it was very back and forth. Right when one team looked like they had the upper hand, the other team struck back, and I mean, just a unfortunate defensive play by the Whelps led to Ignite taking game one. But let's see if they can bounce back this game too.
Now we are back after the break. A bit of a pause for both of these teams, and that did give a bunch of time to Whelps to hopefully think about what they can improve on here for this next game. But
oh my,
Jeff Masters already looking off. Well, beautiful start, but unfortunately not able to find the angle as Grebsy once again trying to find it as Rooney throws it off his own post, but Jeff Masters not quite ready for it. But Grebsy able to get the back pass and throw it back into this orange corner. Jeff Masters throwing it to Mr. Marino, but Marino getting dunked out by Rooney. As Grebsy back to Jeff Masters once again. It seems like early off here, Jaegers, that the Whelps here, they're looking forward to these back passes to catch out Ignite here.
No, yeah, Whelps using a bit of a timeout, probably using their time to discuss how they could stop this Ignite offense. Could have a breakaway here as Charles did jump a little bit early. Could have a shot on target. But, I mean, this Whelps offense just really had hold on. Vita could have a shot on target, but the Whelps did hit it away. But like I was saying earlier, Puggles, this Whelps offense is having a bit of a resurgence, getting the passing plays and doing what they can to catch this Whelps defense off guard.
Yeah, but as we say that, it seems like it doesn't matter as Ignite. They're getting this pressure back, and it seems like their story is just to suffocate this Whelps defense, catch them on some transitions as well, and that's really going to be the key here. As Whelps, they're looking for the pressure. Marino throwing it across the net, but it gets saved away by the Ignite defense. As Charles off the sidewall, throwing it all the way down. Jeff Masters throwing it off his own back wall. Rooney able to come in and challenge, but Charles gets it away from one of the Whelps defenders. Vita working this corner once again. The ball squeaks out to the middle. Rooney, he's sitting in the midfield, has two Whelps players go. The ball goes right over to Vita. He has a great opportunity, goes off the corner, pops up. Charles there, not able to beat out Jeff Masters, but nobody from Whelps able to follow it up as Ignite, they're keeping this pressure on early, but Whelps, they're looking to get it out here, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, I mean, look for the Whelps to find a pass. So far, they've been holding up really well on defense. But, I mean, this Ignite pressure is just something else. They're just slamming shots at the backboard. The best that Whelps can do right now is try and get a good clear out and then put a shot past the defense, which Mr. Marino does so just now.
Mr. Marino, he's able to do a bunch of work as he gets it all the way out of his own half, gets it by the last defender, and just the floater over Charles puts them up 1-0, a big bounce back after the first game. And after this first half of the game where they were being put onto their own half, but Ignite, they're looking to respond right away as Grebsy able to save it away for now, but he also beats out Charles, giving his team a bunch of time. But Marino not able to outdo the mechanical genius of Ignite Rooney. But Jeff Masters standing tall in defense, throwing it off the sidewall. Marino not able to follow it up, and Rooney, he gets one touch, but that's about it there off of that after that opportunity. As the ball staying in this green corner, as Rooney in the midfield throws it back in. Charles, he's already there. He tries to get the touch on net, but Grebsy, he was already up, able to smother it before it even went off. Just Masters, he's working this midfield. Vita throws it mid. Charles, he's up along with Rooney. But another double commit here from Whelps. There's another double commit, 2 back-to-back. Marino helping out Jeff Masters. As Charles, he gets the shot on target, but Jeff Masters able to save it away. And so far, it seems like Ignite, they've been able to put it onto this Whelps half, but they haven't been able to get some good chances here, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've been staying on the Whelps half. They've been putting shots, but no quality shots as of yet. Regardless, if they keep up this pressure, I do see them tying up this game in the near future.
Yeah, but that near future needs to be coming soon, as there's only 40 seconds left in this game. The game pretty much flying by from our point of view, but Grebsy, he's able to keep it close, slow it down a little bit. Marino, he's backing up, he's awkward. Vita double commits with Charles, but Rooney throws it off the backboard. Charles is up, but he's not gonna be able to find the angle. As Rooney turning around, low boost, not able to get over Marino. As Marino and Jeff Masters tag team to get it out, but Charles with a huge dunk, throwing it back on the green half. Grebsy, 0 boost, going up the wall, kind of fakes out Charles there, but the ball able to go off the corner in front of the net. This Whelps defense, they're holding strong just for 3 more seconds. They'll get the game as they clear it out. The ball still up in the air. Jeff Masters putting it on target. The ball needs to stay up in the air in order for Ignite to go to overtime, but they can't do that as the ball touches the ground, and Whelps, they take game 2.
Yeah, no, keeping the ball up with 0 seconds is a large ask for any league, especially Novice. But, I mean, this Ignite offense was just something else. They stayed on offense. They had all the pressure. They just weren't able to put shots in the back of the net. And regardless, Whelps had a good few shots. Their one goal was a bit lucky, I will say that. But regardless, a goal is a goal. And the Whelps tie up this series at 1 apiece.
And this is a huge game for Whelps. They can finally turn the tide back into their favor. But, I mean, looking at the points there, Rooney, he only had 82. He didn't have a huge impact. And honestly, if you're an Ignite fan, that's really what you got to be hoping for, is Rooney able to step up and pretty much set up his teammates for success here.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ignite does need Rooney to pop off. He is their first man. He sets up all the chances for Ignite. If Rooney isn't eating, Ignite aren't eating. And they need him to step it up if they want to win this series.
As we hope to see Rooney bounce back here from game 2 along with this Ignite roster. But Vita, he was able to step up when his team needed him, just unfortunately not in the offensive department. A huge pinch there coming out from Grebsy, forcing all of Ignite to go back. But Charles, he gets a similar one, gets it out to Vita, but Vita not able to get a touch, faking out Mr. Marino in the process. As Rooney off the sidewall, not able to follow it up. As Grebsy, he beats out one, but Vita able to stand tall in the midfield. If Jeff Masters throws it up the wall, Rooney, he's already up, throws it off the backboard. Nobody from Ignite ready to go for it. If Jeff Masters, again, off the backboard, he's been so solid so far. But a huge opportunity. Jeff Masters, once again, able to get back in time. And right now, Jaegers, it seems like all I can say is just Jeff Masters over and over again.
No, I mean, Jeff Masters has been popping off for this Whelps team. Grebsy puts shot on target, but Vita saves it away. And, no, I mean, Jeff Masters, if you remember correctly, Puggles, Jeff Masters did have that hat trick in game 1 and did have a few pivotal saves back in game 2. So he's a very strong player in this Whelps offense. And if I remember correctly, he was the #1 overall pick. I remember talking to Biscuit, their GM, about his Whelps team earlier this season, and he was very excited to see what his Whelps team would do.
As Biscuit, he has to be at least a little happy that they've made it this far, but not happy enough until they win it all. Huge expectations.
Oh my!
Might just go all the way in. Mr. Marino able to get a looks like a pinch here to go all the way in.
Honestly, Puggles, it just looks like a good 50 by Mr. Marino. And, I mean, Ignite just cheating up a little bit too much. And they have plays like that at every level. And Whelps going to strike first in this one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how it goes in if you only need one goal. And right now, that seems to be the moral of the story here for Ignite or
Oh,
for Whelps.
Charles.
Charles, he's looking for an air dribble bump, nothing out of nowhere, really. Charles, he's pulling up the mechs along with Rooney and Vito right now. He's being pushed into the third man role, as we all thought Charles would be there, but Rebsy, he's able to shut down one, but Rooney once again throws it off the backboard. Charles up in the air, not able to read it in time. And Jeff Masters, he got a huge demo on Vita. It might just go all the way in. And it does. And once again, another long goal here from Whelps.
No, it just looks like it's Charles just pre-jumped down a little bit too early. Could have had the shot, but instead had a counterattack by the Whelps. Jeff Masters putting it in the back of the net. And I mean, this Ignite rotation is just all over the place right now, Puggles. Not like, and Whelps as a result have had 2 easy goals.
I would have to agree with you, as right now both the Whelps goals have come from their own half of Jeff Masters off the
Oh my.
over to Mr. Marino. All three of Whelps getting involved here as Jeff Masters, he probably could have just let Mr. Marino hit it there, but I mean, what's another 15 or 50 points to his total here?
Well, you know, Puggles, you gotta get a 3-man passing play, and Grebsy passed it off the wall to Jeff, who then passed off the corner, and Mr. Marino just put it in the back of the net. Let's still a lot of time left though. 2 minutes left. Anything can happen, and especially with this Ignite offense, they're going to start putting some shots on target.
Yeah, but right now the Ignite offense needs something to ignite their fire. Ha! So we need to see this offense coming along, but Rooney not able to get the save there as Charles, he needs to rush back. He does get the corner boost, comes off the ceiling, passes it down to passes it down to Vita. As Vito, he's working the corner, but Mr. Marino stops him there. The ball needs to go in front of the net in order for it to go in, but Jeff Masters able to clear it out. Marino gets beat up by Charles. Charles all the way down the field, a side pinch, trying to get out to Vita. Vita once again stifled once again by this Whelps defense, as right now Whelps, they're playing the defensive game and it's been working.
No, it really have. I mean, especially Charles. Charles is putting 5 shots on target, more than the entire Whelps team combined. But the Whelps have just remained stalwart on defense, combining for 6 saves, 1 apiece for each of Ignite's shots. And if Ignite wants to win this one, not even game 3, if they want to win this series, they need to get some demos. They need to disrupt this Whelps backline, because right now on defense, this Whelps team is popping off.
It's the defensive masterclass here coming out from Whelps, like you said, and it's really been the story of that for these past 2 games. As Whelps, if we call back here to the game 1, they had a bunch of double commits in very crucial times where, you know, Whelps, they're still doing double commits, don't get me wrong, but they're just not in such in such important places. As Grebsy, he's gonna put the 4th one and the nail in the coffin of this game. And Charles, I think he wanted to switch teams there.
Yeah, no, it's just an unfortunate touch by Charles passing it to Grebsy, and Grebsy, he had an open net, but I mean that goal doesn't even matter. The game was already over. All Ignite needs to do is GG, go next, and then reset their mindset going to the next one. And it looks like they are about to call a timeout after this game. Maybe get their heads on straight, find a good strategy to disrupt this Whelps defense, because right now this Whelps team is rolling.
Yeah, like you said, Whelps rolling, and right now they're rolling through this Ignite offense that's struggling to get something going. But like you said, Ignite, they are gonna call their timeout now, and it is most likely gonna go through. So, you know, Ignite, I know you said it a little bit beforehand, they need to start getting some demos, but on the defensive end here, Jaegers, what do they need to fix?
They need to fix their 3rd man rotation. Their offense is so good. They've stayed so much on offense that sometimes they forget to play defense, and their 3rd man cheats up a little too much. And that's really what the Wolves have been capitalizing on. Most of their shots on target didn't even have a defender. Ignite has only 3 saves, and like the shots that the Wolves really that didn't go in were just misses. The Wolves put 8 shots on target compared to 3 saves. And so, I mean, this Whelps team's really just shooting at an empty net.
Yeah, and the Whelps they've seemed to master that open net here, as we even see some teams all the way up in rival and sometimes in Titan struggle to hit those, but I mean Whelps they're hitting it with such consistency that I do agree with you. The third man from Ignite definitely needs to be shored up a little bit, but as we wait a little bit, there's still that timeout called from Ignite. I mean Whelps they need to continue doing something. And Jaegers, in your very humble and great opinion, what do you think Whelps are doing just such a great job that it needs to be told to the world right now?
I mean, they've just been more disciplined on defense, like we talked about in game one. They're not letting Ignite have their offense, um, and they're just shooting. They're putting shots on target. They're just getting good clears, Puggles. That's what it boils down to: getting good clears, catching the defense of Ignite off guard, and just putting shots on target. That's all they're doing. That's all they need to do if Ignite doesn't get this third man situation down pat.
Yeah, and now we move in to game number 4 here. As if you look at the top of your screens, we'll see that Whelps they're in the lead right now, 2-1 game-wise. But right now, Mr. Marino's capping it off. They're up 1-0 within the first 20 seconds.
And now it just seems like the Ignite goal is just a shooting range for the Whelps. Mr. Marino putting one on target, getting dimed up by a Ignite defender. And I mean, this is a very pivotal game 4 for them, Puggles, and that's not how you want to start this game off.
No, it's really not, but I do believe, recall game 1, Ignite did come
my.
back from the... It's not looking like the same Ignite we've seen since game 1, as all 3 Whelps players are behind all 3 Ignite players. That's...
Yeah, no, I mean, Rooney just going to dive on this ball here, and Mr. Marino just going to tap it around him. Grebsy's going to get the goal steal there, however. And hold on, Ignite could have a little bit of offense here, thrown away by Jeff Masters, who does demo. I'm not sure who that was, but what a way to dump out that offensive pressure by Ignite. And Grebsy could put another on target here. And, I mean, right off the bat, the Whelps are up 3-0 in this game 4.
Yeah, and this is why Whelps, they're counted as such a good team. I mean, the counterattacks right now, they're going crazy for them. They got 3 within the first minute, and honestly, at this early on, it's looking really rough here for Ignite as they took that timeout. After this, they won't have another one, but Rooney looking to air dribble it, but Jeff Masters able to bump off Rooney, and Marino able to save the ball away from the net. And even what was working for Ignite here in game 1 just doesn't seem to have the same effect here in game 4.
Yeah, no, I mean, the main difference is the Whelps did change up their game plan. And Charles gonna get one back. Could light a spark that leads to the Ignite comeback. But they do have some work to do, Puggles.
Yeah, they definitely do. They need to get at least one more to, in my mind, have a fighting chance here in this game. But that's a good sign for all the Ignite fans and players here as they get one on the board. And I mean, the kickoff seems to be going their way as they get the offensive pressure once again. Vida and Rooney, a bit of a double commit. Rooney, he had no boost, and now Charles and Vida both having to rush back as Grebsy able to outdo Charles on the back end. As Vida throws it out to Charles. Charles back to Vida. Vida takes it up the wall, but not able to put it out as Jeff Masters throwing it back into this Ignite defense. But Ignite holding it down for defense for now, something we haven't quite seen them. But Whelps off the backboard, they might have an open chance. Marino trying to get it by 3 Ignite defenders, but not able to do so. As Vida, he has to turn around, take it, the ball close to him, but Jeff Masters, the ball's going to waterfall right in front of the net. Charles able to get a big save, and we've seen... And right now, Jaegers, I'm seeing this Ignite defense evolve into something a little bit better than what we've seen so far.
Absolutely. I mean, they've gotten a little wiser on defense. They're playing a deep third man role right now, and really, if you look, they have one player pressuring the ball shooter, and then one person staying back. Which is honestly how you want to rotate. Make someone dive to force a bad touch, and then just have someone else right behind them to collect the ball. And as opposed to what they were doing before, is they were just keeping a third man and then getting beaten on counterattacks. Ignite's just playing a little bit safer here.
And you definitely like to see that from Ignite, but right now, in my mind, they need to get some offensive going as Grebsy. He's going to get another one in for Whelps. He's going to get the hat trick here. And it's looking pretty dire here for Ignite.
And immediately right after I said it looks like Ignite's playing a little bit safer, the Ignite did have a third man dive commit that probably should have stood his ground, let his teammates get back, and then force a bad 50 by the offense. But once again, this is Novice. Anything can happen. But the Whelps just right now just having their way with this Ignite team.
Yeah, but now Ignite, they're trying to get their offensive going. It was going off on all cylinders here in game one, but after that little stream delay, seems to not be the same. But Rooney able to put it off this.
What a shot by Rooney.
Great shot, like you said. Grebsy not able to get the back.
Noah Charles just going to get a good 50 there, and Rooney already up for it seems, and with a minute left breathes a little bit of life into this Ignite's chances, at least for game 4.
Yeah, and in game 4, you know, that's the kind of goal that you like to see. And after this, if Ignite do unfortunately lose this game, they're gonna have to win 3 in a row in order to take it from Whelps. But you know, that goal there from Rooney, from Charles, it looked really good, as it's definitely one of those goals that I think Ignite can repeat back-to-back times, and it's really gonna be big. But right now, Whelps, something we haven't really talked about is their demo game. It's really on point right now.
No, it really is. Like, the Whelps are just out demoing this Ignite team, and I mean, they're just ruining Ignite's rotations, and it really, Ignite right now, they do not have an answer for it.
Yeah, as Ignite, they're gonna have to be looking out as Jeff Masters, he finds Charles on the rotate back, and Mita, he needs to get back early, but Charles, a huge
Charles
just go all the way in. Rooney, he's gonna take it away, and 20 seconds left. They're only down by 1. There's definitely a world where Ignite come back here.
No, I mean, Charles is really stepping up in this game number 4. He's putting his team in positions to come back and win this game. And I mean, with 18 seconds left, anything is possible.
Yeah, but that kickoff was looking good until it unfortunately went off of a bit of a mistouch from Rooney. But Mr. Marino, he might just clean out the clock here as Vita get the touch off the backboard. Charles able to push it downfield. Rooney and Jeff Masters one-on-one.
Oh my!
Huge fake challenge. Charles puts it off the backboard.
Oh,
then he misses, but Charles not able to capitalize. And Whelps, they had such a good lead, and it seems like they're stealing away game 4.
Oh my goodness, it was right there, Puggles. They had the teardrop going down, and just a mistouch by one of the Ignite players. And, you know, I mean, Whelps could have still won, but I do really feel like they got away with one there.
Yeah, they really did, and there is definitely a place where Ignite score that, and we would be in overtime right now. But, I mean, moving on to this next game, it's not looking too great for Ignite, as they had to come back in that game, but it definitely seems like they have some momentum moving into this next game.
Absolutely. I mean, Whelps on the verge of a gentleman's sweep, but Ignite, like, it's there. Like, they're this close, Puggles, but just unable to finish the job. They had more goals in the last minute, it seemed, than they had in the last game before that. And I mean, the potential is there. They can come back and make this a series, but they they don't have any more lifelines left.
Yeah, they really don't. Their back is up against the wall, something that Ignite has had to deal with for the last half of this season. But now they're going to need to do it for the biggest game of their season so far, or well, of their season period. In this grand finals is Charles. He's trying to get it back to Rooney, but Rooney not able to find the ball, but he finds a demo instead. Rooney out to the midfield. Mita's there, and he's able to put it in. And this is a good start here for this Ignite team.
No, that's a way to kick it off, Puggles. Yeah, pivotal game. Nice little passing play by Rooney to Vita, and Vita just puts it top shelf for the first goal of this game.
Yeah, and that's really what you want to see out of Rooney, setting up his teammates for success here with his mechanics. And maybe we'll see a little bit of those as the series continues. But in order for that to happen, we need to see Ignite get going once again on the offensive half. Just Masters able to clear it out, trying to get his team tied back up here. As it's Charles sends it out to Rooney, but Rooney not able to find the touch, and Grebsy's able to clean up. Throws it off the sidewall. Jeff Masters jumping a little too early. Mr. Marino, the last one back, but Charles not going to go fast enough as Mr. Marino had more than enough time to be ready for it. Now Vita throws it off the backboard. Rooney's there, throws it off the sidewall. Charles not going to commit. A good, smart play there from him as Charles throws it off the corner. Jeff Masters able to meet it there. Mr. Marino out in the midfield. But Jeff Masters taking it up the corners, trying to send it mid once again. Vita throwing it out, and he has a free clear if he can just get to it once again. And Grebsy, he's going to clean it up in his own corner, throw it out to Jeff as this Whelps roster looks to transition permanently out of their own defense. But Mr. Marino deciding to turn away as Jeff Masters goes up. Charles trying to get a booming clear, but not quite finding the timing as Rooney gets it by one, but not by Marino. And right now the ball, it just seems stuck in this orange half, but the ball, it's not going much further than just on the orange half here. It's not going anywhere in front of the net here, Jaegers.
I mean, the Whelps have all the pressure, but I mean, no. Nice shot by Vita on off target. Grebsy gonna hit it away, however. But it seems like Whelps do have all the pressure right now, but just no quality chances to speak of. And right now, Charles could put one on target, but Grebsy dives back in time to hit it away.
Yeah, and this almost looks like a complete reversal of what happened in game 2, I believe, right after the break, where it looked like Ignite, they were on the Whelps half the entire time, and Whelps, they were just able to beat out Ignite with just 2 simple clears, and that's really all it took. And right now, it looks like Ignite just needs to do the same, but Jeff Masters, he has the best opportunity they've had all game, but Charles able to get back in time, but Mr. Marino able to keep the ball on target, and we're finally starting to see some good quality chances coming out of the Whelps roster right now.
Absolutely. I mean, shots put on target. But one thing I have noticed, Puggles, is that there's been a lack of demos from this Whelps offense. That they kind of strayed away from it. Getting one there, however. But it seems like their best offense is coming whenever they're disrupting the defense, getting demos, and clearing up that Ignite defense, paving way to open nets. Because I mean, right now Whelps are on offense, but there's just nothing going for them.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Is it seems like every time the ball gets by one defender of Ignite, they have another one. As Vita, he's hitting a flip reset, but nothing's gonna really fruit off of it. As Marino pushing it out of its own half, able to demo Charles, but this is an opportunity. Marino, unfortunate touch there, and Charles, he has an open chance on net. It's gonna roll up the post. Charles not able to put it in time, but the ball, or the game, still within one here for Whelps. They only need one shot, one opportunity to seize everything they've ever wanted in this grand finals. As Grebsy off the backboard looking for the double touch, but Vita getting up high, able to shut it down early. And we're starting to see Ignite sweat a bit of a double commit, as it's Charles running off the corner of Whelps. As Rooney, he's up in the air, not going to be able to connect with it. as Jeff Masters clears it over to Charles, the last one there. He dives in, throws it out.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Marino, can he get back to it? No, he can't. The demo, it came in clutch. It messed up Mr. Marino, but Jeff Masters throwing it in front, all to Vayne. As the ball, it stays up. The ball is very dangerous. Jeff Masters gets a touch, throws it out mid. Rooney's there. He's going to beat out Marino as it goes off the ceiling, and it's going to hit the ground and Ignite. They squeak away. I feel like I'm saying that every time now, but Ignite, they managed to get this game here.
Oh my goodness, Puggles. That was going in the back of the net. If it weren't for Rooney diving in front of the ball and getting demoed, that was a tied ball game. That is just insane. I can't even fathom what just happened right there, Puggles.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if Marino didn't get the demo, and if Rooney just went right by him, I think it was in every time. But oh man, it's really tough there. I mean, I do think they would have gone in, and that would have been a free overtime. But that's just the demos coming in and biting you. As Marino, he sees the bad side of going through someone, as he got a little spun up there, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, I mean the Whelps demo action kind of caught up with them, and I'm just in awe that didn't go in. I could have sworn that just looked like an open net, Puggles.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Rudy, he got back in time, but I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say what would happen if we ran that a few more times, and if that would happen every time. But as we get a new server, and it looks like everyone is in, and we get joined up here, Ignite, it's now game 6. They need to win this game to push that game 7, and if Ignite wins this, do you think that the Whelps could potentially start to experience winner's tilt?
I mean, maybe. I do see the Whelps taking a timeout if Ignite wins this. Or they could just keep wanting to go and play on next. I do see Rooney getting a bump there. I'm not sure how intentional that was. However, he did disrupt the Whelps defense just a little bit. And, I mean, this is just looking like a very different Ignite roster than we've seen in the previous 3 games. And, you know, anything can happen on Forbidden Temple. Weird things have happened. And, I mean, given this is Novice Grand Finals, I do not expect that to change one bit.
As we look to see hopefully some weird things, hopefully some novice moments, as Jeff Masters is going to go up against Rooney here. 2 players that I'm going to keep my eye on in the coming seasons, as a bit of a bump there from Rebsy onto Jeff Masters. It's going to force Mr. Marino to stay on the ball, but Rooney able to clean up for his teammate quickly, putting a shot on net, but Jeff Masters able to save it away. But it's Charles once again, the notable second child on this Ignite team, as he's stepped up big so far. But Rooney cleaning up after one of his teammates misses the ball there on the backboard. Ovita able to pop it over one, gets a huge touch off the backboard. Grebby able to save it, and it's Charles putting it on target once again. And right now it's looking dangerous, as it looks like we're about to lose. Hopefully we don't lose Rooney here, as Vita, he's gonna try and make it work with this offense anyways. 2 minutes in, Rooney loses connection to the game. Maybe we see one of these players speak up, but unfortunately here, Jaegers, it looks like none of them are on PCs, so we're gonna have a bit of a problem here.
Yeah, no, that's highly unfortunate. Let's see if Ignite can hold out. I'm not sure if the voice in my ear could they call a reset. Okay, they did in fact call a reset, and so that Whelps goal is gonna be nullified, I believe.
Yeah, but now it looks like we are going to reset the game. Everyone, we are leaving. Just gonna announce that nice and loud. So yeah, so as we get once again another rehost here, as it seems like that's what this Forbidden Temple has brought us this time, Jaegers, is a nice little weird boot of to the back of Rooney there.
Yeah, no, I'm just glad we got that all handled out. That'd be a
Mhm.
very unfortunate way to end the series, Puggles.
Yeah, as I can attest to, I was on the opposite side of that. It is not as rewarding as you would think it is to win one of those games, but as we look to get everything reset, these teams back in, we're gonna start over scratch 0-0. Everything that um happened in that last game is gonna be completely ignored. But I mean, in my mind here, Jaegers, it looks like a big battle for midfield in that game's or in that before we had to rehost.
No, it really is. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't sure when Rooney did start to disconnect. Um, but I mean, really, it was just a very back and forth game by Ignite Whelps. It was really difficult to see who had the upper hand. Uh, Ignite did seem like they were a bit on offense whenever I guess Rooney DC'd, however.
Yeah, but I think we got all the players in here. We're just waiting for the AOK to get going. As doesn't matter, everyone's joining up anyways. So, I mean, we restart this game 6, and I'm gonna say it once again. Ignite, they need to win this to push the game 7. But right now, Mr. Marino starting off big for his team as Jeff Masters gonna come and take it away from him. Try to throw it off the backboard, but nobody's able to follow it up. But Grebsy able to put a shot on target. Gonna force Rooney to make the save. Vita now gets cleared it over his head. Charles coming off the backboard. Gonna throw it out. As
Oh,
Rooney gets
what
the
a
first
shot!
opportunity. It's a shot, bottom left. Mr. Marino can't get back.
Oh my goodness, what a snipe by Rooney. Gonna turn and put that one bottom left. Being out Grebsy and Mr. Marino, no boost to his name, not gonna be able to make it back in time. And I mean that's a way to kick off a very pivotal game 6.
Yeah, it's now Ignite. They're in the lead once again. When we see them in the lead, they seem to hold on to it. But right now, Charles, he's trying to get the ball out of his own half. Get another goal for his team as he gets by 2. Jeff Masters the last one. And Rooney was standing there waiting for that opportunity to come, but not, because it doesn't come quite yet. Charles in his own corner gets a pinch out. Rooney, a huge clear. Mr. Marino back over to Jeff Masters. Jeff Masters sees Grebsy, throws it off the backboard. Jeff Masters reads it.
Oh,
Gonna go in as Grebsy, he beats out Vita, but the ball just not in a good enough spot for Mr. Marino to go and commit. And that was a dangerous opportunity for the Whelps here, but Ignite, they were able to stand tall, Jaegers.
absolutely. And I mean the crossbar helping the Ignite ever so slightly. Jeff unable to put it in the back of the net. And I mean Ignite right now is thanking their lucky stars.
Yeah, but now Ignite, they need to get something, or well, they need to keep their defense a rolling
Oh
and their
my.
offense firing on all cylinders. Well, they need to get something going. They need to come back in this game if they want to clear it out, or if they want to clean up the series, and possibly stop, or well, first need to stop this Ignite momentum and then clean up this series. As right now, Ignite, they have all the pressure on offense. As Rooney, he's gonna get forced on his own half, but he's just gonna put it right back onto this Whelps defensive end. But Vita keeps it close, drops it down for Rooney. Rooney out front for Charles, and Charles puts in another one.
I mean, good heads up play by It's Charles. I mean, as third man going in, diving on the ball, he had an open net. And I mean, what a way to put this Ignite team up by 2.
Yeah. Now Ignite, they're looking good. They gotten their offense back that we saw back in game 1. But we need to see that defense from Whelps return as well. And possibly, maybe even see a few more demos come out, as we really haven't seen those in the past 2 games here, Jaegers.
No, I mean, the Whelps have been going for demos still, just not the same exact volume that they had in the previous victories. And I feel like if they want to get back to their winning ways, they do need to keep up with the demos, pull it out, mess up that Ignite rotation, because right now Ignite is just having their way with them. Nice little passing play, Jeff, to Mr. Marino, but nothing to come from fruition of that.
Yeah, it's just off target there, and I'm sure Mr. Marino's gonna want that one back, but now there's only a minute 45 remaining in this game, down to Whelps. They need to see a break soon, or Ignite. They might just push it to game 7, but Mr. Marino, this could be his chance to redeem himself, but unfortunately not enough boost to follow it up. But Grebsy able to put it over Marino, not gonna be able to get the pop. Jeff Masters off the post once again, as he's gonna keep this attack going. Charles, he's awkward. Jeff Masters finds it, and they're back within 1 here, Jaegers.
I mean, the Wolves were just staying on offense, putting shots on target, and eventually the Ignite defense gave way, and Whelps get one back.
Yeah, and a big one back, as now they're only down by 1, a minute and a half. Jeff Masters, a good opportunity. He jumps, but not able to find it, as it's Charles, clears it out. Vita is there to keep it in this corner, but it seems like both teams waiting each other out, as Jeff Masters going to beat out Rooney. That's really been the matchup that I've been paying attention to so far, is those 2 highlight level players. But the players around them important as well, as it's Charles has stepped up to Rooney's aid many a time in this series, as Jeff Masters trying to work this corner. Marino cutting it down in the midfield. Grebsy able to throw it back into the Ignite side. Marino once again 50'd with Rooney, not able to get it out. Jeff Masters down to Marino. Marino not able to get it by Rooney this time, but Rooney not able to get it out, as Jeff Masters not able to commit all the way to what was an open net. The ball moving too fast across the front of the net, and it's Charles. He has a free clear, only 19 seconds remaining. This could be what Ignite means, as Marino, a big clear out. Grebsy, he's not there. He's not going to be able to get it. But Jeff Masters, he's able to read it off the backboard. Rooney, back out. Jeff Masters cuts it out. Marino, on target. Charles, awkward, able to put it away, but it's not safe.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the net. The ball's still up. The ball needs to touch the ground, and it is, as Ignite, they push Whelps all the way to 7 here.
And the ball was just teetering on the goal line. No Whelps offense to be found. And Puggles, I don't know if you feel it, but I feel like something shifted in the past minute of that game. The Whelps started to get more confident. They were putting shots on target. They were staying on offense. And I feel like Ignite got away with that one.
Yeah, they definitely did. But I mean, both of these teams, they've been getting away with a few games as well. Whelps, they had a few that got away, and now Whelps, they are going to call their timeout. Moving into game 7, I know you predicted Ignite to win it all at the beginning of the show, really. But now, which team do you think is going to take this game 7, and why?
Well, you know, Puggles, I'm a betting man. If I take something at the beginning, I'm sticking to it through and through. But if I'm the Whelps, I'm not sure I take that time out there, Puggles, because they had all the momentum. They had Ignite on the back, and now they're just giving Ignite a second to calm down, relax. If you want to win, if you're the Whelps and you want to win, you need to keep Ignite nervous. Keep the ball on their side of the field, and keep doing what you're doing in that last minute, because, I mean, Ignite just didn't have an answer for them.
Yeah, they really didn't. And now we do have that timeout coming in from Ignite, much to your dismay, obviously. And, I mean, Whelps, they need to, I don't know, because I do agree they did have all the offense there at the end, but, I mean, nothing cracked through. And once again, there's just so many times that we saw in Game 6 and in previous games where the Whelps were losing, where the ball is just rolling in front of the Ignite net. There's no Ignite defender there, but there's also no Whelps attacker there either.
Absolutely. I mean, the Whelps just needed to get a little bit more aggressive. They kept the Ignite defense reeling, and if you're Ignite, if you want to win this game, you need to figure something out. You need to stick to what you were doing. You need to keep up that offense, because you can't keep up with the Whelps in a defensive battle. You need to get that offense going. And I mean, as far as this Game 7 goes, it could go either way.
Yeah, and this first goal is going to prove a lot, as Vita, he's given the opportunity to Rooney to strike first, as Rooney not able to push it by Mr. Marino. A bit of a overcommit, a bit excited there. It was Vita to put that shot on target, do it himself, but now Jeff Masters trying to beat out Vita. Vita off the backboard. It might just roll in front for Rooney. Rooney is going to put it in left side early here in Game 1.
And I mean, Ignite's just going to strike early on this one, putting in the back of the net off a pass from Vita. And I mean, Mr. Marino just doesn't find the touch he needs. And coming off the timeout, Ignite going to strike first.
Yeah, and now Ignite, they are in the driver's seat. It's now their game to lose, but Whelps, they need the Whelps wall to come in clutch. They need a goal to get going, but Gribsy not able to find that shot in what could have been a pivotal time to keep the offense going. But a demo, it's going to go the way of Ignite. But Jeff Masters, he gets by 2. He's going to roll it out in front, but nobody from Whelps ready to meet him. And nobody came with them, so it's going to give Ignite a bit of a free, a get out of jail free card. But now Mr. Marino in the corner, not able to find the touch. Charles able to pinch it. It goes up over Jeff Masters. Jeff Masters threatening behind him. Vita, a shot on target, gets saved away over the backboard of Whelps. And now Whelps defense, they need to get big. And now they have the opportunity to transition over to offense. But it's Charles and Vita powering together to put Mr. Marino in the world's worst spot up against 2 Ignite attackers. But he's managed just to hold strong. As Marino off the backboard, will he find a double touch? No! And Jaegers, it seems like we've reverted from team play all the way back down to solo plays, and I don't think Whelps are going to win that battle of solo plays.
No, I mean, the Whelps are a very team-oriented, team. They're making passes that they just rely on team plays mostly. And whenever they go to revert to solo plays, that's when Ignite beats them out. Is Charles gonna put one on target? And I mean, just putting Ignite one step closer to that championship.
Yeah, and it's Charles. He's been really the standout player for Ignite, able to step up in the team that needed, or when the team needed him most. As Vita gets a huge flick past one, Jeff Masters, a crazy double off of the sidewall. He's gonna go and threaten. It's Charles. The ball goes off the backboard. Rebsy's there, but he's not able to make anything of it. As Rooney is just gonna hold still. As Jeff Masters puts it off the backboard, Vita throws it in front of their own net, but nothing comes out of the side of Whelps. As Whelps, they're playing a little too defensive for my liking right now, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, they are playing pretty defensive, but it seems like they're starting to wake up. They're starting to put more pressure on Ignite. They just need to play faster if they want to win this one. Gonna get dunked away, ball rolling across the field, across the goal. And that's one thing I've noticed out of this Whelps offense. They've let far too many balls just roll across the Ignite goal line. And I mean, we wouldn't even be in this Game 7 situation if they just maybe been a bit more aggressive on offense, Puggles.
Yeah, I would have to agree. This is not the reserve. They're a little too reserved right now, and they definitely need to get more offense going. But Whelps, they're looking to get that going, as Mr. Marino and Jeff Masters both pushed up. But Rooney in the air, dangerous.
Oh, man.
Another one, and it's looking it's looking really bad for Whelps right now.
I mean, with a minute left, it looks like the Knight have all but punched their ticket to, well, to the cash prize, to the championship, to the bragging rights. But Whelps have a minute left to find their way back, but they need to get started now. Look, they need to send everyone on offense. It doesn't matter if they let another goal in. They need to get some goals, and they need to do it fast.
Yeah, they really do. As right now, Jeff Masters needs to be the spearhead of that, looking for a bump. The ball.
Oh my,
This is what they need to get back in this game. 2 more goals to push the overtime, and Jeff Masters looking for the demo here early.
And Jeff gonna get a nice pass to Grebsy. Grebsy putting it on target, gets past the Ignite defense, and he just breathes just a little bit of life into this Whelps chances.
Whelps, now they need to run with this as Rooney, he's gonna get the ball onto the Whelps defensive end, not where the Whelps need it, as Charles throws it off the backboard. He gets the double, but Grebsy, he's gonna try and take it out, passes it to Jeff Masters. Can he get back to it? No, he gets one touch and keeps it close, but Rooney, 0 boost on the sidewall, it doesn't matter, gets the flip reset, gets another dunk, outdoing all of the Whelps defense right now, and Mr. Marino needs to get the ball out as 30 seconds remaining for Whelps to get 2 goals. Vita on the sidewall here. Mr. Marino trying to get it by him, not gonna do it, as the ball rolling around on this Whelps side, and it's Charles puts in what could be the nail in the coffin of the Whelps playoff run.
And Charles, with ice in his veins, gonna put one in the back of the net, all but securing that Ignite victory. And what a way this Ignite team has come, Puggles. All the way from the 10th seed, all the way. They had to win 6 games just to make the play-ins. The highest ever seed for a Nemesis champion. How far has this Ignite team come? And to win it all, Jeff Masters is gonna get back with 3 seconds left. That is all she wrote. I am calling game now. Ignite are your season 7 Novice League champions.
And this last 3 minutes for Ignite just gonna be a victory lap, as they're going to rub it in the face of these Whelps players, as we did see a bit of trash talk coming up from both of these sides. It's Charles just gonna throw another one in there. Why not? Get it all out of here. Get the hat trick, finish it off, and I mean, Ignite, your season 7 Nemesis winners, and it's great to see it, as like you said, winning 6 games in a row just to make play-ins, and then they had to win 6 more to make grand finals, and now they won their last one that they're ever gonna need in this season.
Absolutely. And look, hats off to the Whelps. They played extremely well. That was a very good series, very entertaining. And I'm just glad we got traded to the distance.
Yeah, and I mean, it really came down to Whelps. I don't know. I don't know what it came down to. It felt like it changed midway through the series, but we are running really behind. So thank you, Jaegers, for casting with me. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Puggles. And up next, we have the Minotaurs versus the Melons, and that is a matchup you do not want to miss. So do not go anywhere.